Let's first start by sitting back into our chair. So I'm resting my back against the back of the chair, but I will always be engaging through those core muscles to make sure that we're supporting the lower back and the spine. Let's separate the feet to about hip bone distance apart. Arms will start alongside the body with the palms facing each other. So remember to move in a way that feels good to your body and does not cause any pain. So feel free to modify or skip anything that doesn't feel good. So we'll first start to straighten one leg. And when we straighten the leg, we'll also lift the toes. So we're flexing through the foot. The opposite arm will lift either forward. If it is okay on the shoulder to go a little bit higher, you can lift the arm a little bit higher as long as you keep that shoulder down. So opposite arm to leg lifts and then slowly return it down. Let's move over to the other side. So opposite leg straightens to a comfortable point. Make sure you're not locking out the joints, toes up towards the ceiling, and then the opposite arm lifts to a comfortable point. So if that means forward, then that means forward for your shoulder here on this side. And then we'll slowly release down. So moving from side to side. So coordinating the movement of the arm to the leg and the leg to the arm as we work on full body movements to help with strengthening the legs, the shoulders, the chest, and always the core, since we are engaging through those core muscles. And we're finding a smooth, deep, and comfortable way of breathing, making sure we don't hold our breath, but we are moving in a slow and controlled manner. And also noticing anything that there is to notice in your body. So if you do need to modify or skip, always feel free to do so. All right, let's finish this round on this side and then slowly come back down to center. All right. And then from here, let's do a little bit more core work, a little bit more twisting work. So I'm going to lift one knee a little bit higher. Option 1, you can keep the toes down. Option 2 is you can lift the foot completely off the floor. Remember, when we lift the foot completely off the floor, we lift the toes as well. So engage strongly through the core. And then from here, I'm going to cross the arms over the chest and do a little twist. So I'm drawing that knee to the opposite shoulder and then slowly coming back down and going over to the other side. So either just the heel lifts and a little twist, or if you want a little bit more, that knee is lifting as you're twisting, coming back down. So slowly moving side to side. And if you want even more, if you want a little bit more work, then you can place the fingertips on the shoulders. And we're moving very slowly, getting a little twist. Feel the work of those core muscles. Feel the work of the legs and the hip flexors. And even if you are lifting your feet, feel the work of the foot and the fronts of the ankle. Nice. Let's do one more time on each side. Relaxing those shoulders down, and then go ahead and relax those arms down and shake it out. Let's do some opening movements. So we'll start with those feet together, then inner thighs together, the knee together, and then knees together, and then we'll start by extending those arms forward. So the upper half of the body is going to open up as wide as is comfortable. So if it feels good to draw those arms a little bit back behind the shoulders, you can. So you feel a nice stretch here and you'll feel the squeeze of the upper back, you can, or keep it a little bit more forward. So find what works best for your shoulders, your chest, your upper body, and then return here. The lower part of the body will step out. So we're opening, feeling that stretch of the inner legs, and then let's come back to center. So just a few more times. Remember to move slow and with control. And if you'd like, if your floor permits, you can even keep your toes down and slide your toes out and in. But if you have a rug, then you'll need to do a little bit more work, a little bit more core work to step those feet out and then in. Nice. Let's do one more time. Feeling a nice opening for the center of the body, the front of the body, and then go ahead and relax down and shake it out. Now let's scooch forward into our chair. So we're sitting more towards the front edge of the chair. We're sitting with that good posture, engaging through those core muscles. Shoulders draw back and down over the hips, head pulled back over the tailbone, bottom of the chin parallel to the floor. Lots of work just to maintain a good posture. Let's start to step those feet together and then draw the knees together. And we're going to lift those heels. And then I'm going to make fists with my hands and then draw the kind of the knuckles towards each other, like I'm giving myself a fist bump. I'm relaxing the shoulders down. If this doesn't feel good, then feel free to, you can even interlace the fingers or just draw the palms together. So make sure the shoulders are drawing down, maybe a little lift of the elbows. We're engaging strongly through the core. So the upper half of the body is going to start to twist to one side and then over to the other. I'm really engaging strongly through the core. So the upper half of the body is doing this twist, and then the lower half of the body, the toes, will move in the opposite direction. So as my upper body is twisting to one side, my toes are stepping over to the other. Come back to center and then over to the other side. A lot of core, especially the lower belly. Try to keep that lift with the chest. Try to keep the head over the tailbone as best as you can. You'll feel some good work happening in the legs as well, the thighs, the inner legs. Nice. Let's do one more time on each side. You feel those little quivers already, and then go ahead and relax. Whoo, shake it out or give yourself a little massage. You should feel some work happening in those legs. And then we have one more seated full body exercise. I'm going to separate my feet about hip bone distance apart, all 10 toes pointing as forward as is comfortable. And if it's a little bit more comfortable, you can draw the feet a little bit wider than the hips. And then we'll start with the arms down by the sides, engaging strongly through the core, maintaining a strong flat back the whole time. I'm going to lift both arms either forward or forward and up, have the palms facing each other. And then as I draw those arms back behind me, I'm going to hinge forward at the hips, maintain a strong flat back, and you'll feel some weight can press into those heels. And then let's slowly upright the spine, arms draw forward or forward and up, and then hinge forward at the hips. It doesn't have to be too much, so find what works best for your body as you draw those arms back and up. So we'll do that a few more times. Another option, if you'd prefer, you can also just keep the hands onto the thighs, elbows in, and then you can press in the hands if you need a little bit more support. But find what works best for your body, where you can move smoothly and comfortably. Maintain a smooth and deep way of breathing, as long as it feels good. And we like to move in a slow and controlled manner so that we can really focus on increasing our strength. And it's a nice opportunity to feel what muscles are involved, how the body's moving, and if there's any discomfort in the body. Nice. And then go ahead and come all the way back up. Release those arms down, shake it out. Any little stretches or wiggles that feel good, go ahead and make those.